Hi, this is Soundarya Sharma, and you're watching me on FilmiBeat. Yes, well, I was studying and doing my internship when Ranchi Diaries happened.
Are you watching the current season of Bigg Boss by any chance?
No.
No?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
On the contrary, I'll tell you, I've never seen Bigg Boss ever in my life. I just ended up being there and being a part of an amazing show, and honestly, it has done wonders to me. So I think काम से ही काम आता है somewhere.
Right.
And definitely the hustle is on. I still go meet casting directors. So I'm here. This is my portfolio. Now, portfolio is not required. I was like, wow. The fact that I'm a part of it, itself is a thing for me. So I'm just like very, very excited and thrilled about sharing the screen space. ये किसका dream नहीं होता है.
Hi guys, welcome to फिल्मी बातें with FilmiBeat. This is मुर्तज़ा इकबाल और मेरे साथ एक ऐसी एक्ट्रेस है जिन्होंने बिग स्क्रीन, टीवी एंड ओटीटी हर जगह पे अपना ऐसे मार्क छोड़ दिया है एंड she has one of the most beautiful smiles I would say and we both share a dimple also. So
Good way to tell me that you have a dimple.
maybe if you did marks, I have that. So
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
of course, बात हो ही गई. Here we have the gorgeous Soundarya Sharma. Hi Soundarya, welcome
Hi.
to FilmiBeat.
Hi.
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू स्टार्ट बाय सेइंग दिस. लोग ना एक सुपरस्टार के साथ काम करने के लिए ऐसे वेट करते हैं. 3 सुपरस्टार्स के साथ स्क्रीन स्पेस स्केयर शेयर चुके हैं आप. हाउ डज दैट फील? आई मीन आई वांट टू नो, तीनों के साथ एक्चुअली शूट करने का मौका मिला, ग्रीन स्क्रीन था, बट फिर भी watching yourself with that 3 superstar in one ad is also a very big deal. How does that feel?
Oh, first of all, it feels amazing. Trust me when I say that. The little girl in me is so very excited because from the time I, एक होता है ना होश संभाल रहे हो आप. So I always dreamt of making it big, and manifestation really works. I want to do something which is unprecedented, and I'm so privileged and humble that I got to share the screen space with the bestest of boys of our country and the biggest superstars. And Shah Rukh sir wasn't there at that time, and Akshay sir's shoot happened differently. Otherwise, we shot. Ajay sir was around,
Right.
and it is amazing, amazing as a feeling that while I'm sitting and talking to you, I'm like, हाँ, मतलब seriously, it had an impact. So yeah, I'm really, really grateful.
So when you saw that ad, जब वो proper बन के आया होगा, as you said that Ajay sir was around with Akshay sir and Shah Rukh. When you saw that ad, and of course you are like kind of interacting with them, how was that feeling? The first time when you saw the whole ad properly.
Honestly, I saw the ad when it got properly aired.
Yeah.
And when they posted it, and I was like, wow. The fact that I'm a part of it, itself is a thing for me. So I'm just like very, very excited and thrilled about sharing the screen space. ये किसका dream नहीं होता है.
Right.
And it's one of the tick marks that the dream has come true and my journey has just begun.
Yes.
So I think God is very kind.
Right. As you said, your journey has just begun, but you have done everything. OTT, movie, and of course with Bigg Boss you were also part of television. I would like to know when you started as, how this thing happened, because you also know that you were a dentist.
Yeah.
How did this acting ka keeda happen? Of course you're so gorgeous, koi bhi aapko role de dega, there's no question
You're
about
so
it.
kind.
But how did this happen? Okay, now I have to start becoming an actor.
So I always wanted to be an actor because we used to get fascinated. I used to get fascinated by seeing people on the screen. For me, it was like a wow moment. And I come from a very educated family where entertainment isn't given a priority as it. Matlab, it isn't looked and seen as one of the professions. So for them, it was a shocker. And even for me as a shocker, because I had never ever imagined that I would be ever able to actually share the screen space to begin with. Yes, well, I was studying and doing my internship when Ranchi Diaries happened. And I did Ranchi Diaries, and I auditioned, and that's how I came to Bombay. I did grooming, diction, and everything happened. Cutting long story short, then I thought that I can really do better, because since I have a logical brain and I like to work on myself, that's when I decided that I would go to Los Angeles to study acting, at least to break my inhibition as an actor, because for me it's very important to be recognized by your work. Looks and everything, definitely you have to have those. It goes without saying. उसकी कोई परिभाषा नहीं होती है. But I think to be able to do and let people consume my content itself was a thing for me. And when I came back, I signed 2-3 OTT shows, and God was kind, like I said. So I was the lead of the shows, and they all got released while I was inside the Bigg Boss house, except the
Yeah,
Ratnacha.
yeah,
And it's got the maximum number of viewership amongst all the OTT shows being shown till today.
yes.
So God has been kind, and on the contrary, I'll tell you, I've never seen Bigg Boss ever in my life, and I am just not a that kind of a person who
Yeah.
would watch and into too much of. I just ended up being there and being a part of an amazing show, and honestly, it has done wonders to me. People who didn't even know about my work initially, now I get mocked for the pictures, even while coming and getting down
Yeah.
here. It's a surreal feeling. कहते हैं ना कि जो लिखा है तकदीर में उसको कोई छीन नहीं सकता. So I think somewhere that thing of seeing myself on the screen while I was studying dentistry, cut to doing Ranchi Diaries, then going to Los Angeles. Like
Yeah.
it gotten so serious. My papa was like, "What is wrong with you?" Earlier, my relatives thought that, "अरे ये तो किसी boyfriend के साथ भाग रही होंगी," or something. You know how these
Yeah.
things are. But I am actually a very different. I was always a very different kid, like mentally. I
Yeah.
would not think सीधा मेरी मम्मी बोलती थी but टेढ़ा सोचने वाली है in a good stride.
Yes, yeah.
But then today they are. I see. I feel very happy when my father is so happy to see me on the screen and in the ad when he's like, "Hey," so they call me Nanu. Nanu, tera ad aa raha hai. I'm like, "Oh wow!" You know, we get
Yeah.
excited. That excitement is amazing because we've all seen them. We have grown up seeing
Yeah.
all of them.
True. You know, Ranchi Diaries was your first film. I remember you
The
have been
only film.
your only film, and of course, then you had a cameo recently in Thank God.
Yeah, thank God.
Yeah. So you know, I would like to know that.
Oh, definitely. How can I say only film?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
one of the
Come
funniest
on,
scene
guys,
in that
come
movie.
on.
Yeah.
And I was inside the
Yeah,
house
Bigg
when
Boss,
they
and
came
they had
to
to promote also.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
I
was
remember,
such a high moment for me.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I remember you were even nominated for Best Debutant in a couple of award functions, and
Yes.
people liked your performance in that, but the movie couldn't do well at the box office. How did you take that failure, you know, because first film, Anupam Sir was, I think, presenting or producing the film
Yeah.
at that time. How was that? Was it a bit setback कि यार अब मैं क्या करूँगी?
Honestly, मुझे मैंने ये सब सोचा ही नहीं था because when I came here, I had no clue about the industry. For me, being able to follow my passion itself was a thing, and to be able to work with such diggers like Anupam sir, late
Yeah.
Satish sir, Jimmy sir.
Yeah.
For me, it was something surreal that oh wow, ऐसे भी होता है. So मैंने इस चीज़ को वैसे सोचा नहीं. I was really excited because back then I realized Akshay sir had come to release the teaser of my film. Rohit Shetty sir, Mahesh Bhatt sir. Matlab, it was like a celeb fest for me. So I was like, wow, you know, excited. So back then, अकल भी नहीं थी. Oh, paps भी होते हैं. Oh, pose भी करना होता है and all that. So coming back from that moment to this, thinking and analyzing कि it did well or didn't do well. Actor की job होती है to be able to perform and to
Yeah.
be able to be seen on the screen. So उस वक्त इतना मुझे नहीं था. Definitely कोई किसी को भी चाहिए कि that you know your film does wonders,
Yes,
great
of
at
course.
box office, and who doesn't want that hits in a row. Having said that, I think हर film की एक किस्मत होती है, fate होती है. For me, the bestest part was to be part of a film and start my career.
Right. So, you know, you just said earlier that Bigg Boss changed your life. How has it changed it? What opportunities do you feel you got after you became a part of that?
Actually, God is kind. I was getting opportunities before too, and most of my work, which has come out during and after,
Yeah.
is shot before Bigg Boss and is signed before Bigg Boss. After Bigg Boss, of course, the bandwidth increased. Even in tier 2, tier 3, or wherever I go, the acknowledgement, the love, and how much love I've got that, oh, we loved you, तुमने बहुत अच्छा खाना बनाया, तुम बहुत अच्छे. People got to know me as a person, and of course, इस मेरे parameters जो थे हर चीज़ के, it broke all the shackles of whatever you think, because a lot of people used to say कि Bigg Boss में तो आप तब जाते हो जब whatever. For me, I had no inhibition. A, I don't come from this profession, acting. B, I've never seen Bigg Boss before, so I had no notion. All I knew that people go and fight. So I thought I'm going to conduct in a manner the way I am. I don't have to be loved by the camera or in a manner. If you are good, any which way people are going to love you, camera is going to love you. So my entire, if you have seen Bigg Boss, I haven't seen my own episodes,
I
but I
am
just
an
loved them.
ardent fan of Bigg Boss since season
Really?
1 to season 17. I try to finish my wrap up my work and go home
Oh,
before
I'm
10
talking to the wrong
because I want to
person.
watch Bigg Boss. I'm like
Wow.
that
But
mad
I
crazy fan.
haven't seen ever any Bigg Boss, not even my
Yeah.
shows. And for me, so that was my
So you didn't think of
victory.
coming out and watching episodes by any chance? As you know? No?
No, because I've lived those moments, and also the kind of days I was there, I didn't want to become bitter as a person whosoever said anything about
Right.
me. And for me, it's like let go, let go, let go. So it's just I've been there, I've experienced this. Okay, fine.
Right. So are you watching the current season of Bigg Boss by any chance?
No,
No?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
I don't
I'm a
know.
fan of Bigg Boss. I'm watching every episode right
Okay,
now.
nice.
You know, it happens that, a lot of times these people, they call back, old contestants. If they give you a chance to be back, not this season, maybe later also,
Yeah,
to come back as a wild card or rejoin as a senior
correct.
or something, would you like to go back?
I haven't honestly thought about it at all. And as of now, I mean, from the time I'm out, I'm just busy working on something. So I haven't thought of it at all as of now. But we'll see future में क्या होगा. We never say never. Since
Right.
I've never seen Bigg Boss Murtaza, and I ended up doing Bigg
Doing
Boss.
Bigg
Can
Boss,
you imagine?
yes.
So never say never.
Right. As you said, one film only as a lead. Why that one film, Soundarya? Aren't you getting good offers or you are
Yes,
being
I am.
choosy?
I am being choosy and I am getting films. God is very, very kind, and you will hear lots very soon. I'm being very particular because I always believe in doing something more substantial, quality over just quantity, because I always feel that आपका right decision about this career is such that you
Yeah.
cannot be. This is what I feel about my career. Even for the OTT shows I have done, I've been the lead of 3 shows,
Yeah.
and they were completely de-glamorized kind of shows, and I wanted to do those because the kind of image the Instagram creates for you as a person,
Yeah.
the glamorous this and that, it overshadows of the fact that you are here as an actor. An actor's job is to just get, how it just completely merge yourself into the character, become that character. So I genuinely take my acting profession seriously, having the fun part of it. But yeah, I've been little picky about little this thing.
Right.
Yeah, and the time actually I entered right after that, I went to Los Angeles, so I didn't
Okay.
have
Yeah.
much this thing. And by the time I was back, pandemic was there. Pandemic had occurred for 2 years, but still I think I got lucky and I got 2 3 great
Right.
shows, and now Bigg Boss, and now we're talking, and
Yes.
hopefully something really soon.
Sandhya, I have a lot of people who are not from the industry,
Correct.
who doesn't have, a father who has been in the industry or something like that. They have always told me that, they were supposed to be part of a film or something, and at the end moment, a
Yeah.
star kid was given that opportunity or someone who is more better known.
Yeah.
Did you face any such thing till now in this whole journey of yours?
I want to be honest, and yes, I did. But having said that, I have nothing against the makers or anybody for that matter, because I think the best thing comes to you when you are apt for it. God has, I think, decided everything for you. So we have to understand that what suits them and works best for the project as well.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to talk anything which is which takes into a direction which doesn't work. Like we have to really understand that what makers go through when they write a script, and when
Right.
they understand, and whether you're sellable, and how much is your I would say, presentation wise, the weightage of it. So it works in totality. It's not just one as a person. And the biggest example of it is me doing this ad,
Yeah.
right? So I think instead of there are all sorts of stories right now, and honestly, I'm an eternal optimist. I always look at the sunny side of everything. If I wasn't, and if I was focusing more on the other
Right.
aspect of it, I wouldn't have grabbed this opportunity.
Correct.
So
Sandhya, how much whatever informal meetings that we have had earlier, I
yeah,
have marked one thing. You have a very strong personality.
thank you.
Now, a lot of times it happens that when you go and meet casting directors, maybe
Correct.
sometimes we casting couch has always been something that people do talk about.
Yeah.
I know you must have slapped people if someone must have done you that. One thing I can say for sure. But have you faced it and how did you tackle it? Of course, apart from the slapping thing.
No, well, I think.
I mean, have you faced it? Hopefully, no. I hope the answer is no.
See,
But if you have, how did you tackle it?
I've always met great people in my life, and I always feel you always meet people with the energy you carry. Like I said, the industry is full of all sorts of experiences, but nobody is hounding you, nobody is raping you. If you don't want to hug someone, nobody is going to force themselves onto
Right.
you. So, this is what I personally feel, and my experiences. I've met good people. Work or no work, that is secondary. If you fit the bill, definitely you're a part of it. If you don't, you're not. In fact, you would be amazed to know the film I got initially, Ranchi Diaries, was completely out of blues. I was just doing my theatre in Delhi and I was auditioned and I came to Bombay and I happened to meet the director of my film.
Right.
Then, even for my OTT shows, I was being cast because they saw my, those directors saw my performance in that thing, in Ranchi Diaries. So I think काम से ही काम आता है somewhere.
Right.
And definitely the hustle is on. I still go meet casting directors. So I'm here. This is my portfolio. Now, portfolio is not required. It's just you have to just go and touch base. So if you fit the bill, they will cast you.
Right.
So definitely, I think it's person to person, and I've met great people, and I think industry is full of great people too. It's quite somewhere.
So happy to hear this positive answer. It's very rare thing to hear because people do have
See,
stories
Murtaza,
to
I
tell.
can go on and say, oh, it's not. It doesn't take away the fact. Sorry, there's something here. Yeah. So it doesn't take away the fact that I don't have my lows.
Right.
I have my lonely days. When I get up in the morning, I'm like, what am I up to? What am I going to do? Because every day we are not reading the scripts.
True.
I've left a profession. I was doing my internship from a government hospital and cut to from that to here when I was cast in the film. So it takes a lot. पहले से तो आपको सबसे बड़ा अचंभा होगा ये सुन के कि मुझे सबसे ज़्यादा ईगो प्रॉब्लम होता था जब कोई मुझे डॉक्टर साहब नहीं बोलता था क्योंकि हमारे कॉलेजेस में डॉक्टर साहब करके एड्रेस किया जाता है बट मतलब फ्रॉम फर्स्ट ईयर इटसेल्फ तो वो एक कल्चर कल्टिवेट किया जाता है सो एवरीबॉडी इज लाइक हाँ ऑडिशन है आ जाओ बैठ जाओ 50-50 लोग हैं एंड उसके बाद यू वॉन्ट बिलीव मैंने हार्डली कभी एक बार एड का ऑडिशन दिया होगा आई हैड नेवर एवर ऑडिशन फॉर एन एड बिफोर अंटिल दिस एड हैपेंड God is so kind. I can't believe it. So I think when you put your foot down and tell yourself, this is what I want. I've always looked for a quality work, and that's what I think everyone does.
Right.
So yeah.
So of course we have spoken about everything, your journey, Bigg Boss.
Yeah.
Now I want to know when are we going to see you back on the big screen? I mean,
very soon.
Very
I
soon,
think it
yes.
can be anytime soon. Now.
Is it? I mean, have you already shot something? Then are you hinting at that?
Well, all I can say is anytime soon, Murtaza.
Okay. Any other projects where you can speak about your upcoming projects if you want to?
Then you won't talk to me, na? Then you won't interview me if I talk right now.
You know, I can just come and talk to you at home if you want.
Yeah, for sure. But no, definitely, we shall be discussing this in no time. Actually.
Is it?
Yes.